have live team coverage for you tonight. Our entire team has been out and around the Salt Lake Valley today and tonight, following the candidates and the results on the biggest races here in Utah. Plus, reaction after the race for governor is called just minutes after the polls closed. There's some thought about that tonight. First, though, look at the numbers in the most contentious and the most expensive race here in the state of Utah. The race between incumbent Ben McAdams and Republican Burgess Owens for the state's 4th congressional district. McAdams ahead 51% to 45% right now in this race. Michael Locklear and Brian Mullahey following these campaigns closely all day. We want to start with Michael Locklear live at McAdams headquarters. And Michael, this has been a tough campaign from the start.
Right, we're here with Congressman Ben McAdams and his family at Pat's Barbecue. About a 14,000 vote lead right now. How do you feel about that?
We feel good. The numbers look good. We think it's going to tighten up as more votes come in. There are a lot of votes still to cast, but at this point we're feeling very confident and just waiting for the clerks to do their job, and we trust them to count it, and we'll wait patiently for the rest of the vote to come in.
And as you drill down into some of the county data, anything stick out to you?
Look, we know that there's still a lot of votes to be counted in Salt Lake County, Utah County. San Pete hasn't reported from what we've seen, so we're going to see some of our stronger areas and other areas where we're still working to keep up. So there's still a lot of votes to count, and we're not hard to project at this point.
And you'll wait to make any kind of announcement, I would assume, until potentially another day.
Well, we're waiting to see, what comes in still tonight. Depends on the votes that are still waiting to come in. If they come in solidly, then that could be something that we know tonight, but most likely it'll be another day.
How are you feeling?
Feel good. We're tired. It's been a long year, and ready to start moving forward. And I think more just thinking about the country and our state. It's time to come together. We are Utahns and Americans first, and let's put the politics aside, and it's time to come together.
Okay, Congressman McAdams, thanks for your time. We'll stay with him and keep you updated throughout the night. Back to you.
Thank you, Michael. I want to check in now with Brian Mullahey live at the GOP watch party. That's in Sandy. And Brian, you've been trying to get a hold of Burgess Owens all night. Have you ever caught up with him yet?
Yeah, we have caught up with Burgess Owens. Here he is right now, the Republican candidate in the 4th District. Burgess Owens, thanks for joining us. You are doubling up McAdams in Utah County, but there are very few numbers yet. San Pete's not reporting. Salt Lake County, you're down 30,000 votes. Do you like the numbers?
I do, because we knew coming in where our focus is going to be, where we need to get engagement, and it's down south. San Pete, Juab, we've spent a lot of time down there, and I feel really good actually where we are right now. I see the excitement we've had during our base, and actually at this point, what I love about the 4th quarter is once the clock goes out, you just have to wait until it works out. We've done our best. We've shown who we are, and I think my message resonates with those here in District 4, and I'm just excited about getting the final results right at this point.
All right, this has been a race that has blown the spending out of the water in terms of other campaigns in Utah. $23 million in counting, and a lot of it, people say, in attack ads. Did you attack? Did you attack fairly? Do you feel you were fairly treated?
Well, I felt that we were attacked, that we attacked fairly. When I say attacked, we just put out what we felt were the things that people need to know, the facts. I think what's going to come down to the Utahns have to figure out just what the limit is. I know Utahns don't like negative, and that's something we have to, I think in the future, I'm hoping that there's more of a conversation about the actual policies. I think that's really what we need to get done. I'll say this.
Would you have pulled any of those ads back?
No, I wouldn't.
Burgess Owens, thank you so much for joining us.
Let me just say this.
One more okay. Quickly.
Yeah, the fact is Utahns have voted. I trust the Utahns' way they're going to go at it, and I look forward to the process of serving if it is in my direction for sure.
Appreciate your time tonight. Thanks, Brian Mullahey at the Utah GOP in Sandy.
Brian, thanks. There are 4 different counties in District 4. Jim Spiewak breaks down how the votes played out in each of those counties. Jim?
Yeah, so Mark, we took a look a little bit deeper at the numbers. Let's go ahead and pull them up in this very tightly contested race. As you can take a look right here, part of Salt Lake County, which is part of that district, you see Congressman McAdams got about 94,500 votes to Burgess Owens, 65,400 right there. If you take a look, though, at Utah County, you just heard Burgess Owens talk about how he thought a lot of his support would come from down south in that district. And he's doubled it up 2-to-1 right there. He's got Ben McAdams doubled up right there, more than 20,000 votes for Burgess Owens to just shy of 10,000 votes for the incumbent Ben McAdams. And then also part of Juab County, not a ton of votes coming out of Juab, but those that have come up, again, Burgess Owens by far and away taking the majority share of those votes right there. Sanpete County, which is also part of this district, has not reported yet, so we're not going to show those. So there's no votes coming out of Sanpete County yet because they have not reported. You add it all up, though, right now, 105,000 votes for McAdams, which is about 51%. Owens got 91,000 in the early votes. That's about 44%. But you heard from Owens right there with Brian Malahy. He's a former NFL Super Bowl champion. He used that sports analogy. We're going to wait until the clock runs out, so there's still a lot of votes to be counted, Mark.
All right, Jim, thank you very much for the breakdown. We want to bring in our panel of political analysts and experts led by our very own Rod Decker.
Former state Democratic Senator Jim Dabakis, have you ever seen as mean a Utah race as this 4th congressional district?
No, it's despicable. It's wrong.
What's the cause of it? Can anything be done about it? Greg Hughes, former Republican Speaker of the House.
Rod, there's not much you can do when you have a Democrat that represents one of the most Republican congressional districts in America. The Democrats nationally are going to put all their money to protect it. The Republicans nationally are going to put all their money in to defend it. And what you get are these out-of-state parties with their out-of-state campaign viciousness coming into our state. So if we want to see a nicer race, Ben has to quit running for this seat.
Okay, that's not your solution. What do you do? Just shut your ears when the stuff comes on?
We need to do away with the lack of visibility in financing. We need to know where all the money comes from, and we need to hold people responsible for running those kind of ads.
Greg Hughes, Jim Dabakis on the mean, low-down 4th district race. Back to studio.